Welcome to this week's live Knowing Who You Are. It is Sunday, the 6th of March. The sun is shining and we're here.
Welcome to Knowing Who You Are. I hope everyone is having a great weekend. And it's a lovely day outside. So far, so good. And I haven't been able to go out. I mean, I meant to leave the house and go for a walk or something at least, you know.
But we will.
Yeah, we will. So this is the beauty of starting the show earlier around 3 o'clock. So even if we finish it around 5 o'clock, we still have time. The sun should be fine. So people who are joining us and watching the show live, welcome to Knowing Who You Are. And as you know, Knowing Who You Are is a podcast platform. And also we have a YouTube channel of the same name. And we have the website as well, where you can catch all the shows that we have done so far, the audio clips. But definitely the podcast itself, you can download from Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify, whichever is convenient for you. So you can do that. And we have a lot of new interviews coming up. In the meantime, the regular weekly live stream is on, as you know. And the time has recently been changed to 3 o'clock in the UK, which is in Bangladesh 9 o'clock at night. And in America, it's around, depending on your time zone, around 9 in the morning. So hopefully, because that's where we get most of our audiences from. And what we found out last week, we have audience from New Zealand and Australia as well. It's nearly there midnight or in the middle of the night. So everyone, welcome to the show. And I hope that you are well slept as I am after a long time. So definitely it helps. And the beauty of sleep, I cannot stress it enough. And I keep on saying this one to anyone. First of all, complaining about that they're not feeling good, they're acting a bit erratic, and I always check that if they are rested well, because that affects me very badly. I remember when I was younger, I could keep awake till 2, 3 and then wake up early around 7 or 8 o'clock and I should still be fine. But we're none of us getting any younger. I mean, I'm talking about especially myself. So.
Oh, no, you can speak for both of us since we're basically the same age.
Yeah, so that doesn't help if I don't sleep enough these days. So I see the beauty of it. I feel totally awake. I can think clearly. I'm enjoying things more. So if anyone who's watching it now, if you have that routine where you go to bed around 1 or 2 o'clock, say too much Netflix or whatever you do, or even work, or probably sitting in front of your computer screen, is very much recommended that you try to dim the light around you from earlier at night, as early as possible, depending what time you're planning to go to bed. So straight away, we got into the topic. I mean, I thought that the importance of sleep, but definitely our audiences, amazing audience and listeners, and they keep on veering the conversation to different directions, and every time the result is amazing. So I really appreciate you joining, and people who are watching now, welcome to the show once again. And here is Esther.
Here's Esther, and here's Ershad.
Thank you.
Well, it's interesting because we were actually talking about sleep and having a good night's sleep, and the difference between you mentally, if you're having a good night's sleep and not having a good night's sleep. It's actually quite remarkable because somehow when you're tired, everything doesn't make sense. It's all confusing. Somehow everyone's mean.
Yeah.
You know?
And you start being mean yourself.
I start being mean. Yeah, no, one starts,
whoever.
One starts to be mean.
Yeah, every time when I say you, doesn't mean
so
literally
nice.
you. It means someone. I mean, whoever. So it could be me as well. And I feel, and since thankfully enough, say I work on myself, as I say all the time. So I am aware that I am, on the verge of being mean. So I try to keep myself down. But in the meantime, people who are joining in, my dad is watching.
Hey, hi, Abu.
Hi, Abu. And we have Anisha Karina Kohli.
Nice.
Anisha, one of my great friends, and now both of ours.
Yeah, we're meeting you on a specific date next month.
Yeah, we are looking forward to that day.
It'll be great.
We have Sohail Rock. Salam, my dear brother. You look
you look still younger than me.
Thank you. Very kind of you, Sohail. I mean, he's my junior at the uni. We went to the law school together.
Oh,
I mean,
great.
he's
Nice.
Quite younger than I am. Probably 3 batches younger, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
and when you say batch, that means a year, or just
year.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say I'm 4th batch, as I think I am. Yeah, I am. and I started with 3rd, then 4th. Yeah. So yeah. So we are quite at the law school. The department we have at the uni. We were among the first few batches of students. So at the time, the department when it started, I didn't even know that it existed. because I was
Interesting.
planning to leave the country at the time to go to America to study.
Yeah.
And then somehow plan changed and I was quite lost. I said, what am I going to do? And there was head of the department of sociology. He amazing professor, and he said your law department is very good at that uni, so you should try to. And
Nice.
then I took that admission
And
test.
so you did.
I did, yeah. I mean,
Nice.
always blindfolded. When my high school year is like that, I didn't know which school I'm going. My parents knew about this. They just took me there. I sat for my admission test.
Yeah.
Result came out. I was
And it
in.
was done. And
Same
they just
went for my
expected that you were
college.
going to do it, and you did it.
I did it. I didn't know what it meant at the time, to be honest. So naive.
It's funny how you can appreciate things like now at a later age, thinking, my goodness me, I actually studied for that. I actually did that.
Yeah.
I actually went through that. It's quite...
Exactly.
Quite
I mean, when
so.
I look back, I think that also I've been fortunate enough because I never went through the pressure, thankfully, because now I talk about, and Knowing Who You Are is a wellness podcast as well. So it's more about mental and health and physical well-being. So one of the things very important is mental well-being. So this is more of my practice these days. Whenever I feel overwhelmed, when I'm overdoing things, I take a break, I slow it down. I come off. Say, for example, my use of social media has come down to probably 15 to 20 minutes a day. That's all, even less than that. Because I really have succeeded in doing that, and my phone or any medium that I go or log into online, say social media, mostly I don't even touch them. My phone is used for different things. And one of the ways I do it, because I listen to a lot of audiobooks, a lot of podcasts, and watch a lot of podcasts even on YouTube. So anytime on my phone, I'm doing one of those things rather than
True.
being on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah.
So yeah, something I post, I leave it there. Some information I leave. That's all. And after that, I really don't keep on revisiting, and my phone is always there. I don't try to.
No, it's
I think
true. I mean,
this helps.
it's so bad that I rarely get hold of you when I'm not at home and trying to get a hold of you, because your phone's
No,
just in the bedroom.
Yeah. I don't keep my phone even near me. So this
Yeah.
is a good practice that's
Very
helping me
good,
out.
yeah.
So whoever is joining now and whoever is already watching us, let us know who you are. So say hi. If you don't want to talk, you can definitely, as you know, you can always give us a call.
Oop.
Oops. Sorry.
And that was the logo.
Yeah, and this is. So you can always give us a call. That's the number for you. That's 00447 308 192 908. And that's the number if you're calling from WhatsApp. But if you're in the UK, you can call directly 07308 192 908. But as I've already mentioned, that you don't have to give a phone call. If you don't want to let yourself heard, you can do that too. But at least say hi to us. It's a lovely day outside. And, you know, when you communicate, connect more with people, this is one of the needs of us as human beings, more connection. So that's how it helps us, knowing who you are, where we connect. And it's like a public discourse, you can say, and where we have you as our experts, because whoever has lived life and been through the struggles and learned from your lessons in life, you're an expert yourself, but definitely there are domain expert as well, people who join us if you go to the Knowing Who You Are channel on YouTube, you see a lot of interviews there, more coming definitely. And also KnowingWhoYouAre.blog, the website itself, you have all different tabs. You click on them, you say it's totally populated with a lot of my own poetry, performances, podcast, audio, video, and live stream, everything, and all the interviews, everything you can get hold of. So I hope that you check it out, and I'll put the website. I think we should put that one out. If you write down, it's KnowingWhoYouAre.blog.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So Esther will take care of that. It's there. Oh,
Oops. What do I do? You could just put me
can
on the cursor.
write it here.
Excellent.
That's fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, Esther will take care of that. In the meantime, whoever is joining us, let us know where you're from and first of all, what do you think of your sleeping patterns? I mean, how you're sleeping, and do you think it's enough? And first of all, if you feel every day when you wake up, you're not ready for the day, and if you're fully awake, there are times that my routine is every day I want to at least wake up by 6:37. And there are times when I'm late going to bed, and even though I have my body clock works in a very nice way where I literally get up from bed around 6:37, my eyes open, but it doesn't mean that every time I'm ready. So that's the website. Yeah, it's knowingwhoyouare.blog, as you can see, and all the videos, poetries, interviews with professionals, as I said, the domain experts. You can watch it. You can catch all the recorded versions of that, and also all this live stream that we're doing, where you have engaged with us on that platform. You can see, and you can hear yourself as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sohail. Thank you, Sohail. Where are you calling from? So not calling. Where you watching it from? And you can call definitely. You are very much welcome. Just use your WhatsApp and give us a call. And I think Sohail is in Bangladesh. So if you want to get in touch on the show, or if you don't want, you can keep on writing. So Sohail, how this is not, it's a working day, I think. Sunday in Bangladesh is a working day.
Okay.
So like unlike us where it's our holiday or weekly day off or weekly, it's the end of the weekend. And then we start Monday again. So that's our weekday where we start working again.
I remember that when we were in Bangladesh, actually, that was something I had to get used to, because Friday was like, you see everyone is like having time off with the family, and you see everyone celebrating. And
that's the weekly holiday.
Yeah.
So Sohail probably Sunday, okay, working now, unfortunately, but I'm in London. Okay, Sohail is in London. Yeah, I forgot.
Fair enough.
So you have been in London for a while, Sohail, I think. Yeah. And he's a lawyer as well. Definitely, he's probably working away in his chamber, very busy, or probably seeing clients. I don't know. But yeah, I know the lawyers, their lifestyle, and that can be one of the things which I wanted to avoid myself, and that's why, so I could have my Sundays. But it doesn't mean that Sunday has to be Sunday. 15 years. Whoa. See?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sohail, thank you for getting in touch. See how much disconnected we had been sometimes, even though I know he's there, very lovely human being. And but he's been in London for 15 years.
Wow.
But I don't think we have met in person, or probably we have. I don't know. Let me
In
remind
London,
me.
in
London,
he's right. Yeah. Before
he's
you
in
would have
London.
done.
So I don't know if I've seen him in any of the reunions or anything, but yeah. So Sohail, welcome. And for the first time, you're watching the show, so that's really good to know. So as you know, as I was mentioning already, it's a wellness podcast. So we talk about more about issues of life, mental well-being, physical well-being, in terms of things you follow, what's working for you. Say some people say that I want to get back to the gym, I want to get more physically active. I'm just working away, and I will probably sitting on my chair at my workplace for 10 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours. And when I go home again, I'm on my couch watching Netflix, sitting just hours on end. Because we need, I mean, sometimes what happens when we work for continuous period of time, when you finish it, there's a tendency your body is like, okay, I've done enough for the day. And then
it's so true,
you're
though.
Probably just flopping on the couch
so true.
and watching something. And even if you are not connecting with it, TV screen in front of you open and you're sitting there watching it.
Yeah.
But what else can we do other than that? Because our physical fitness is very important. And as we grow older, we understand how important it is.
Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? You look back at, if I could tell my younger self to look after myself more, sleep better, exercise better, eat healthy or whatever, I would totally do it. But if I look back at my younger self, would I have listened to someone like me right now? I probably wouldn't have. Be like, yeah, whatever, you know. Yeah. I mean, if I look at the amount of binging I used to do when I was younger, and it was not a problem, you know.
I mean,
now it's like I look
energy.
at a cake and I put on weight.
Exactly. Exactly. That's true.
So here's it, by the way, we met at our Golden Jubilee program.
Yeah.
When was that? That's a while ago. Then,
that's a while ago, probably. Oh, Golden Jubilee. Which Golden Jubilee? Is it for the... remind me, please, which Golden Jubilee? I'm so sorry, Sohail. But I definitely, that's why I was saying that. I remember meeting him somewhere. And that's how we connected on Facebook, I think, after that. So, yeah, people who are joining now, along with Sohail, you can let us know. As I can see, there are quite a lot of people already watching it.
It's nice, yeah.
So you can let us know where you're from, and also if there's any particular thing you want to discuss about, definitely. I'm saying I'm finding I always keep on talking about it now more and more, and everyone or anyone among my friends complaining about their mental well-being, I see them being a bit grumpy, always being irritable. I always ask them the first thing, are you resting enough? That's one of the most important things, because that's the time for your body as well, for your mind as well, because a whole recycling process and everything get flushed out.
Yeah.
Anything.
And we're talking physical, like toxins that are in the
yeah.
body that you pick up throughout the day. That's why when you wake up in the morning, the room normally smells a little bit unusual, because that's toxins having come out. And,
but also for the brain, it's a similar process.
Oh yeah,
and
well, it's part of the body, isn't it?
Yeah. And also, that's why you dream as well. In many things you see in your dream which doesn't make any sense because they're totally incoherent. You feel like you're in a parallel universe. That's one of the reasons as well, because it's almost like back in the days when we had VHS tape, you used to rewind and forward, all the scene would go backwards and forward. So that's how it processes all the information data that needs to be in different compartments. Okay, this is long-term memory. And this is, we can get rid of that. This is not important. And that's not been used for a while. It's like a junk file in the computer. Okay, get rid of that. Things like that.
Yeah.
So,
Funny,
So how is it for you in terms of your resting? And what are the activities that you're doing to keep yourself fit or mentally fit as well? Because for me, I can say that there are times when I'm doing too many things back to back and I feel overwhelmed. And also, I have this tendency, as when I read quite a lot of things at the same time. When I'm listening to podcast, okay, fine, taking notes, and reading a book, taking notes, because things I need to talk and things I need to know for myself and also for my study, and all the other obligations around like family life and also social life. So all these things, sometimes when I get too overwhelmed, I realize that, okay, now is the time to totally disconnect myself. Just take a break, don't think about anything, and just sit down and take rest and just take it easy. So do we do that? So we have David already.
Hi, David.
Hi, David.
He says, hello, guys. How are you? I thought your live starts at 6 p.m.
So we changed it, as we are saying, from last week. Because we found many audience and listeners from Bangladesh especially, and America as well. Especially it affects Bangladesh worse because by the time at 6 o'clock it's already midnight in Bangladesh, so everyone has to go to work the next day. And we felt to help them participate, and so we can have more of those audience as well from Bangladesh. So we put ourselves somewhere in the middle. So we just went backwards 3 hours. So now every week, Sunday is 3 o'clock. The live stream would be at 3 o'clock in the UK. And depending on summer and winter, at the moment it's 6 hours difference we have. Bangladesh is forward. So it's 9 o'clock at Bangladesh, in Bangladesh. And in the US, depending on their time zones again, it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and we'll see how it goes. And so far, so good.
So far, David likes it.
Yeah,
He
David
said,
likes
that's
it.
Good. Thank you, David. So, David, how did you rest? Because we are talking about importance of rest and sleep, how it helps us, our mood. So, tell us, share with us your experiences. There are times when you felt that, when you didn't sleep enough or you're not resting enough, how it affected you.
Oh, Neha. Hi, Neha. She says, very
hello.
lovely to see you guys. Yeah.
Oh.
We can't see you, but you can see us.
Yeah.
Welcome to the studio, Neha. Dr. Neha.
Neha is so busy these days, business,
it's
studies.
amazing.
But yeah.
She always has time for us, which is amazing.
I love that, and thanks a lot.
And we saw a post of you, Neha. You look fantastic. Looks like you guys are having a really, really good time, which is awesome. Missing you, though.
She replied to the post, by the way, because I was saying Neha looks well slept. And she said, I really did sleep well. And she and Mimo, they went together to have breakfast last Monday.
Yeah, it looked
so that
really
was really
nice.
good.
It looked really good.
And they, by the way, Neha and Mimo, they're in Bolton now. Yeah, we are missing you guys too. So sometimes we'll have to make a trip, probably plan a trip to go to Bolton.
Exactly.
And one of these days when the winter is out, totally spring already, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, spring is
There.
very, very soon.
Very soon.
You know, it is. And this month we're also going to summertime, where all the clocks go backward for an hour. Spring forward, fall back, forward for an hour. Yeah. So that's
the sun would be, otherwise the sun would set around 11 o'clock
Yeah.
at night. So at least it's like 9:30, quarter to 10. So let us know, Neha, what's going on in Bolton and with your business, and how is it going, and how much you guys are resting. This is one of the things I always had a discussion with you and Mimo, because they love to have their times like going out. They are adventurous, so they go out, venture out, and they probably suddenly decide to watch movies at some point, or sometimes coffee or tea in the evening or at night.
yeah.
So that definitely can't wait to see you guys here.
Nice, yeah, same here.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
same here.
Same here.
So I felt that in terms of caffeine at tea, what's everyone's habit here? I mean, how do you do it? At what time do you think that that's my last cup of tea, last cup of coffee? So everyone, how do you do that? Because I have become very religious about this one. Esther, up until last year probably, you had your last coffee probably even at 11 o'clock at night.
No, it was, I would say 10
I
o'clock.
mean, when we are not together.
No,
10,
it was about 10 o'clock at night.
Even that's
No,
worse,
I would
isn't it?
start off, I would, go to the shower, I would do my workout, I would go to the shower, and then turn on the coffee machine. By the time I came out of the shower, the coffee was ready. So by the time my makeup was done, I had the first
You're
coffee.
talking about morning routine.
This is morning. And then so by the time I got to breakfast, I made another coffee. And then by the time I was done with breakfast, I would have another coffee. Then I would have almost one every other hour, all the way till the end of the night. And these are little espresso shots. These are not just coffees either. And if you look at photos of me 2 years ago compared to now,
Very tired.
it was just like, my skin was just like pulling, and I looked old. I probably looked 10 years older than I look now, I think, anyway. So
No, it's true, because I stopped doing it by 2:30. It's a calculated thing, because even after 6 hours, you have 50% of the caffeine in your body, which keeps you awake basically. So
Yeah.
at 2:30, I have my last one. So even if you calculate 50% after 6 hours, at 8:30, I have still 50% left in my bloodstream. So now I even stop basically normally after 2. I don't have just one coffee a day
one
normally.
in the morning, and that's it.
And if I feel like coffee
You
at
have a
any point,
decaf.
that's decaf.
Yeah. By the way, David said didn't have enough rest for the last few days. Joined in a new job. Yay, that's good.
Congrats.
But didn't even get time to do TikTok.
Oh.
What? No! The world is deprived of TikTok.
Yes,
Quit
that's
the job.
expression. That's
Quit
funny.
the job.
Okay, David. So how do you manage, or how are you managing it these days? Let us
my
know.
God.
Because
Mr. TikTok.
Yeah, because David with his following and people.
My second follower.
Yeah. So I have done one thing. I started my TikTok, and I started getting really good following, but I kind of stopped posting anything there anymore, because I was thinking, okay, I cannot really lay myself quite thin, in too many
It's
different
true, it's
platforms.
true.
I'm already on Facebook. You
Yeah,
see that? I
it's
mean, however
true,
I do
yeah.
that, because there's live stream. Then Instagram, it's quite steady. Then YouTube, I have to work on that, and then the website. And there's my own personal life, and there are other things I have to do. I thought, okay, TikTok, not yet. And then I was invited to join a podcast platform, Wisdom. So we have joined that. Interesting thing, Wisdom, this is all, they're inviting all the mentors there, basically.
Yeah.
So they haven't gone, it's not full swing yet. It's all, at the moment, it's pilot stage.
Right.
So I have joined along with them. So it's really great to see
Nice.
like a lot of mentors all around the world. So they're joining.
I should get an
Yeah,
invitation
you
also.
should. Yeah.
One thing that's going to start probably next month is that I'm going to start specific podcasts on book reviews, because there's a lot of books that I'm reading, and sometimes people don't have either the time, or they don't think they have the time to pick up a book and read. And the idea is we have a 15-minute podcast where we just cover a book, give a summary, what I got from it, and it gives the author and where to get it from. And that's something that we're going to do as part of Knowing Who You Are as well. Inspired by him, actually. But I was reading a lot of quotes, because I read a lot. I read a lot. And less so recently, because there's a lot of events happening at the moment for which I'm preparing, planning. But yeah, no, this is going to be something. So let us know also if the specific books, or if you have a review that you want to give us, and I can cover that one too. Which I
We
think
can
will be
also
good, yeah.
add that one on our website as well.
Yeah, we will.
And if you
Yeah.
have any particular recommendation, or a book you're thinking of buying, or you want to read, or any subject that you want us to be covered, probably not every subject we might be able to cover, but there are things that you feel like that you want to know. I mean, surrounding the topic of knowing who you are mostly. It's a wellness podcast. So definitely. And these are the things we talk about.
Yeah.
David has said, how
is your photography going? Oh, good. It's actually going great. I'm doing some studies right now through a university course with Photoshop, so I can really hone that skill, because the photography itself is nailed. I mean, I've taken like 50,000 photographs or something. I was counting the other day. It's quite amazing. And I had a nice little shoot yesterday with a book launch that happened. And loving it still.
By the looks of it, David probably is interested in photography, probably. So, David, if you are, let us know. And definitely he has to, because at least for his TikTok. I saw David was really into fitness these days. Your last TikTok, you're running on a treadmill very hard. We have seen that one. So we take it from David. David is really working on his physical fitness at the moment. So people who haven't watched it yet, check David. Where on TikTok, and I think he has the video up already where he's running very hard on the treadmill with small legs.
Yeah, it's very funny. It's very funny.
That's a very funny one.
I don't know where you get these ideas from. It's really, really funny.
Yeah, very creative. I mean, how many TikTok videos have you made so far, David? Let us know. So that'd be good. And Neha, what's happening with your studies, business? You're already there watching it. Let us know. And people who are joining now, new viewers and listeners, if you haven't joined us, if this is your first time you're checking us out, this is Knowing Who You Are, weekly live stream with Ershad and Esther. And you can also check the channel on YouTube, where I have a lot of interviews with experts, specialists on particular topic, life coach, mindset coach. And we have new videos coming up where we are talking more about physical fitness, and probably we'll get to hear from the experts about diets and dietary requirements and what you should do. But on that line, basically this is why I wanted to talk about this importance of sleep and rest, because I found that sometimes in Bangladesh it happens a lot, like in Spain, siesta, the idea of sleeping midday. So many people would do, this was what I've seen with my father as well. So he would go to the factory because he used to run, he had his 2 garments industries. So he used to run the factory, so he would go around 9:30, 10, but he would come back for lunch. It's a very lovely routine. So we would have lunch together after we have come back from school. So everyone would sit together, have our lunch, and then he would take rest, which means probably he would sleep, so you were energized again, and he would go back to office.
That's awesome.
So then come back later, probably by 7:30, 8 o'clock. And it was our time to go to the only beach we had in town.
Wow.
And we called it Sea Beach. Now they call it Neville Bridge, or a lot of names it has.
Wow. Well, we have some messages here. David says, I did product photography last week for a Chinese take. Oh, I saw those actually. Yeah, very nice. I have posted about 3,500 videos on TikTok.
Oh my
Wow!
God. Look at
That's
that.
awesome. And Neha saying, eventually everything coming to shape now. I mean, my business. Yeah, that's good.
Great.
Well,
Congrats.
that's really, really good to hear. Glad to hear.
Because we have seen that initially, anything you start initially, you go through a lot of ups and downs, and Neha and Mimo, they had been through a lot. So during that time, so now it's taking off, and you guys are probably finding some time to come back to your usual routine. That's really good. And David has done 3,500 videos on TikTok. Amazing. So
crazy.
Definitely, it's just, tip of the iceberg, because you'll keep going. You'll have more followers. And I think, how many followers did he say he had? 250,000 or more than that? Probably.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Amazing.
And he have millions of views already, which is really cool.
Amazing. So,
but they're really funny, though. They're actually really funny.
Because he has everything covered. He has Bangladeshi movie dialogue. He has interesting conversation with other people, singing, everything.
And I love how his wife does all the things with him as well. She's hilarious.
She has nearly 100,000 followers.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so amazing.
That's incredible. Wow, 171,000 followers.
Amazing.
That's great. Brilliant.
So definitely, it's a big success. So people who are joining now, I see a lot of steady viewers there. The numbers are there for quite some time. So how your Sunday is at the moment, and what you have done during the weekend, and what you do normally, and what's your routine, how it helps, and when you're not well rested, how it affects you. And how do you reverse it, and how do you take care of the situation? Let us know. And especially David can talk about it probably, because he had been through it recently after starting this new job, as David was saying. So what's happening? How are you taking care of yourself in the meantime? Because there's a bit of a adjustment to do. You have to find the schedule again back in place, so when you can reschedule yourself, your body clock and everything. Got guests at home, just came to say hello. Very nice
that's
of
really
you.
sweet.
Thank you, David.
Hello to your guests.
Hello to your guest, yeah, and to Anthura as well. Christine Anthura, that's his wife. So yeah, definitely. We'll see, and keep your eyes peeled for new videos that's coming out, new interviews on the channel, and there are mini talks that I'm doing as well. So on YouTube, there are mini talks I'm doing in Bangla. So people who would like to see things in Bengali as well, I've done many mini talks, and I am doing more on different subjects on happiness, insecurity, self-worth, self-improvement, self-growth, personal improvement, things like that. So topics are covered, and you can join in the conversation if you like. And people who are joining from other parts of the world, especially Bangladesh or USA, as I say, the number is on the screen. You can use your WhatsApp to get in touch with us. So anyway, so your Friday and Saturday, let's, before I get to your weekend routine, let's talk about when do you feel restless, and when you had made the change. First of all, we're talking about caffeine.
Yeah.
So how it improved you or affected you?
Well,
like when you stopped taking coffee at 9, 10 or every hour. How it helped
I
you?
think, to be honest, there's a lot of changes that happened all at the same time. So I don't think I can ascribe them specifically just to the caffeine change. But one thing I realized, the problem is that because you're drinking coffee, you feel, when you get a little bit tired or a little bit peckish or whatever, you just want another one, right? So you just get another one, and it's easy because you've got the machine, it's the pod, and it's done. And I think the most amazing change, the most noticeable change that happened was that I stopped feeling jittery. Like I didn't even realize that I was, but I was sort of a little bit like I was always moving. I couldn't just relax. I had to always keep going to the next thing, and then I was tired, so I get another one. Like there was just sort of like that was
the
going
caffeine
on.
boost, that's the thing. I feel like it's an anxiety. You feel like there's something happening somewhere. You get anxious. Okay, I need to do something, but what's that?
It was bizarre.
What am I supposed to do? Okay, let whatever you start, you're very anxious about this one. That's
but
that
was also due to lack of sleep, because obviously I wasn't sleeping really well because of that. And then I would wake up in the morning and I would be in this fog. Like I would wake up and it would be like 3 alarm clocks to actually get up, and then a coffee to start with to boost you. Normally after a shower it's fine, but now I wake up and I'm like, okay, I'm awake, I can study, I can read, I can do everything. There isn't that fog that we used to happen in the morning.
There's an interesting thing that coffee normally, this is another thing I probably would start implementing, which I knew about it, which we don't get to do because we have the coffee with the breakfast. But when you wake up, you give yourself 90 minutes at least. Because there's a neurotransmitter, it's adenosine. So if you have coffee, it's like it crushes that effect. Because normally it takes 90 minutes to get the effect down, so it helps the blood flow to your heart and everything. So you wait for 90 minutes, then you have your coffee, then it's a normal process.
Oh, you're pretty good at that though. You don't have it within, because I normally don't make breakfast until a little later. I start the day with a glass of lukewarm water. Like before I even brush my teeth or anything. And what that actually does is, because when you wake up, your body is relaxed, your muscles are relaxed, everything hasn't worked for a long time. And if you drink a glass of lukewarm water, it flushes through any sort of toxins and anything else that are remaining. And then you have your food on top of that. But I have to say, I still have my coffee pretty much straight after that.
You do.
I do, yeah.
She leaves the room sometimes, the bedroom, and she comes back to me, and I can feel the smell of coffee.
And you can hear that from the machine.
But another thing is that definitely you have the lukewarm water, but throughout the day, keeping yourself hydrated is another important thing. I don't know how many people do it. I try to whenever. So going to the gym helps me because when I'm at the gym, I drink a lot of water. That's definitely.
Yeah.
But when I come home, sometimes I keep a lot of bottle. Where I'm sitting now, all around me, a lot of bottles around. So, yeah. Oh my God! But it's not vodka, by the way.
This is
It's
just
water.
this is just a glass bottle that has a
So
So-
I keep a lot of water there and always try to keep myself hydrated. Sometimes
Yeah.
it doesn't happen. When it doesn't happen, I feel the effect. My eyes get dry. I feel, again, my voice. I start losing my voice when I'm talking for a long time. So as a singer, musician, I have to do that too. And Anisha says, looking good, E&E. Yes.
Thank you.
Anisha. Anisha, what are you doing? I don't know. Are you at work at the moment?
Yeah, give us a call.
Yeah,
give
if
us
you're
a
not
call.
skiving, being at work, you
so
can
mean.
you can
And
give us a
you're
call.
wondering why she's not calling. Oops, sorry, I stopped hitting that.
07308192908. No, Anisha is a good friend of mine. Yes, I am. See,
Working or skiving?
skiving or working? Yeah, because that's what I was saying. Well, both. She's working and she had the time to write this message. Definitely skiving as well, or unless she's on a break.
I can't call, my work will tell me off. Oh, that's
Yeah,
okay. Stay
yeah.
watching. Stay watching. Stay with us.
My good friends, and she used to be my colleague as well.
Yeah, she
So,
sounds hilarious. She
Yeah,
sounds really
she's
good.
a very good friend of mine.
Great.
And expert on Bollywood, by the way. So she was my source of Indian movies, what new movies coming out.
Nice.
And also her favorite actors. She would, her idols and people sometimes she would feel like get married to, things like that, So all
That's a very
we would
normal
share.
thing for a young girl, you know.
Yeah. So, yeah, what's happening with Anisha? So, Anisha, thank you for finding time, unless you're on a break or whatever you're doing. I mean, I don't care because you're on the show.
You're with
we're
us.
having a
We
time.
don't
We are
care.
talking. We don't care. Keep doing it. And we are here for quite some time, probably for another hour or so. And yeah. So in the meantime, people who are joining us in the conversation, because we have been covering in Knowing Who You Are from every topic, most of the topic you can think of, and topic that we struggle with, especially relationship, our mental health, physical fitness. But relationship had been a topic that everyone had been discussing about on and off. And because that's one of the few areas in our life mostly we suffer with, and everyone has some kind of experience, definitely. Someone is very lucky, I would say congrats to you. If someone who's listening now, you got married to someone or you had a partner straight away, you guys clicked and happily ever after you just had that life. That's like a fairy tale for you, so congrats to you. But it doesn't happen for most of the people. And currently I'm reading a book. It's called How Not to Die Alone. Let me find
That's
it.
really sad.
No, I mean, because
No, it's not sad actually. You don't die alone.
How not to die alone. It's not how to die alone. It's how to not. What is it? How to not die alone. Yeah.
How to not die alone.
So she's from Harvard, social psychologist, and she had written this book, and it's really good. And she also works for that dating app Hinge. So she works for that as an expert.
Interesting.
So Anisha is saying, thank you for the kind words. I will have to sign off as I have to do some work.
That's okay.
But lovely to see you, beautiful souls. Thank you, Anisha. Next
Thank
time, hope
you.
to catch up with you unless you're working or you have a day off. Give us a call. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the day. Have a productive day.
Yes.
So, you were talking about you didn't see any visible effect after you stopped taking caffeine, or you changed your routine for that. Say you had in the morning,
Oh, no,
probably.
I could see visible
Yeah.
effects. I mean, there was a lot of change that happened all at the same time, and I think that all of them contributed to that as well. But coffee was a huge one.
But what's the last one? When do you take your last coffee?
Not after 2:30. I don't drink coffee unless it's like a special day where I'm like out with my family and we're having in a cafe or something. And
What do
then,
you drink after 2:30?
I'll have a coffee with some pouring cream, but a little one.
No, after 2:30.
Oh, I don't. I drink peppermint tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, now I have, and when I say peppermint tea, I don't mean like a bag that you buy in a shop. Like I have the actual mint leaves. I have them in a little
In Bangla, Podina Pata.
pudina pata. And we, I have it in a little hot pot, and I have a little glass, and I just drink it the whole time. And it's hot water just with mint leaves.
There's another person I know who does that. Captain Dudanand, from
Oh,
the Royal
really?
Navy.
Oh, yeah.
I have seen her, and I've been to her house. She had given me the same drink the first time I was introduced to it.
Yeah.
And then you do it now.
Yeah.
So every now and then I get to have it with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see that.
I mean, when I
really
work
cleansing.
specifically, when I'm at my desk, I'll have the pot next to me, and it will have probably at least 5 or 6 cups of it. So it'll be about a liter of actual mint tea. And so if I feel like something warm, because that's the only reason I used to drink coffee at some point, you just want to kind of warm up. It's like they call it like a hug for the brain, and it really is. But this one is too, and it's actually healthy.
But did you have any like a withdrawal that you initially when you started changing your routine?
Funnily enough, I didn't,
Okay.
because I was able to just go, no, I'm going to go fully cold turkey and not drink coffee at all. Like there's days where, like a week ago, for 24 hours, I didn't drink any coffee at all, and it doesn't give me a headache or anything else like that. Thank God it was never that bad.
It's more about the taste. I mean, for me, initially when I was young, I didn't know about these things, that how caffeine affects me. But I used to know that I would drink coffee every hour as well because I love the taste, the smell.
Yeah.
But then what happened, I always used to end up feeling very anxious and I would feel something bad is happening somewhere. I don't know why I'm feeling, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I would start feeling like that. So I started realizing later on when I did some research on that.
Yeah.
But there had been times, like at 4 o'clock, I had like 1 pint glass of black coffee.
Oh my God.
I'm just awake
Oh
for
my
1.5 day or 2 days back to back. I couldn't sleep.
But I would do that too. And if I think about how much I used to drink, it's actually quite something. But the mint tea was actually something that I learned in an Arabic restaurant.
But you could still sleep well because you have this issue that you can still very...
I have an ability to sleep.
Yeah, she's blessed.
I'm really blessed.
She can go to sleep within 30 seconds. I mean, if she wants to. So we are talking and she's like, okay, good night. And after saying good night, it takes 30 seconds. She's like, yeah. Straight away, I can see breathing heavily. I won't say snoring, but breathing heavily.
You're very kind.
No, I mean, it doesn't happen all the
No,
time.
I know, it's true. But no, it's true. And this is something I've very, very fortunately I've always had. Even when I'm on an airplane, when I could be on the couch and I could just lean back. And it's something that my grandfather used to do. So I think it's his Swiss genes that I have. Which is interesting because my mom absolutely doesn't have it, but I definitely do.
I know someone as well. There's among my friends, a senior friend. You're talking to him. He's sitting on a sofa. You're on the same sofa watching something, talking to him, right? And he's looking at you talking. And in the middle of it, suddenly he's like...
Oh, no. Oh, that's
He's
awful.
out.
That's terrible.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something that needs to be checked as well.
Well,
because-
you'd have to be able... If you can't control it, that's not a good thing.
Yeah,
but,
it's definitely your body needs
yeah.
it. So you're not giving yourself enough rest.
Yeah.
So the topic of rest is very important. It helps for the mental well-being especially is very important.
Yeah.
And if you keep on doing it, and if it's a chronic thing with your schedule that you're keeping yourself away, going to bed late at night, it happens with us sometimes. And in the last few days, how I had to catch up, I ended up sleeping in the afternoon when I was at home.
Yeah.
And then last night, straight away, went to bed at 9.
It was great. And then the fire alarm went off at 3 o'clock
Oh,
in the
yeah.
morning in the hallway. We don't know what it is.
Yeah,
We
fire
just know
alarm
that
at
team
3:22.
Team Alamgir went out to go fix it.
So yeah, that kept me awake. But thankfully enough, it's Sunday, so
Yeah.
I could keep on sleeping a lot more. But I dreamt a lot. My problem is that if that happens with you guys, let me know too. That's a funny thing that whenever I try to sleep, after I wake up around, say, 6:30, 7 or 8 o'clock, if that's the time I'm trying to get some sleep, again, once I wake up, I think I am stage 2. So it's not that deep. Then I can dream. And it's a vivid dream, very lucid. And I remember everything. So I was telling you, after I woke up, all the things I've seen.
Yeah.
I've seen Esther sitting in front of me, and there's a little Esther sitting next to me. I bought new shoes, and she's running around. And I saw her dad sitting next to me, but who's not your dad is Tony Visconti, the producer of David Bowie.
Oh, dear.
So amazing.
Oh, look, Syra's here. Hi,
Yeah,
Syra.
Syra, how are you doing, Syra?
We saw some awesome posts of you recently.
We also
Very
have
fun.
seen your weekend dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah. No harm in it. Every now and then you need to treat yourself.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Syra can definitely afford
Because
that.
she's got like the figure of a model. Like she
Yeah.
doesn't need to worry about anything.
Yeah, Syra. So if you are free, give us a call. We haven't spoken to you for a while. And what is going on with you? How's life? And what new things? We are talking about rest today. And how well rested are you? Because you are a mother, you are a homemaker, you work as well. So you look after your kids. And we see every now and then when we used to do the show in the evening, we caught you cooking and talking to us at the same time anytime.
Yeah.
So how do you manage your rest time, and how well rested are you? And when you can't rest properly but still you have to go through your day doing all your responsibilities, how do you manage? Let us know.
And how do you manage to still look so amazing while doing it?
Definitely. So that's a lot of things people can learn from you, how you manage your day. So that'd be great if you let us know. So in the meantime, people who are watching, I think, we would probably end the show in another 10 minutes.
Yeah, 4 o'clock or something?
Yeah, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, makes sense.
So we always show up, whatever commitment we have with you and with our audience and listeners. This is part of the weekly live stream. Normally we do it 2 hours because sometimes the audience keep on driving it towards that direction, that even when we felt many times we'll finish in an hour, but it happened to linger over, more than 2 hours. So today it feels like people are enjoying the weather more,
which is great.
We
can do the same when we're done.
We can do the same because I wanted to get out of the house and do some things which I haven't done. I got up, I did my thing in the studio, studying, and then started getting ready for the show. So it would be an excuse for us. And in the meantime, if anyone who's watching, you can give us a call and let us know where you're calling from and also what's going on in your life. And since we are talking about the topic of rest and how much do you rest, and when you're not well rested, how it affects you, we are talking about our routine as well, and how we maintain that one. Say, for example, getting up from bed after 90 minutes, taking your first coffee if it's not decaffeinated. And after that, normally I don't have coffee, but I sometimes have the urge of something, coffee like, or the smell. Then I would have decaf, which I can have any time of the night. But in terms of the other intake, say going to bed, I have started practicing that one as well. Not using computer probably after 8:30. I do other things. I practice, I sit in my studio, I read, but not get that blue light. So because it delays sleeping as well.
The other thing we started doing is that after 8 o'clock, we don't generally do anything that requires a tremendous amount of energy or like new, let's say you're programming, like you're learning a new subject or there's something that requires your specific attention. It's something that you actually discussed a few weeks ago. There's an actual science behind this point of what times of the day are best to do things. And I found that ever since from 8 o'clock onwards, I'm just reading things I'm enjoying or I'm working on stuff I already know. Like I've got graphic design jobs that I'm working on. I'll enjoy them with my cup of mint tea, or we'll watch a movie or go for a walk. But if I find people say they have to wind down, and they do that by lying in bed and watching TikTok videos and
Sarah
stuff.
Called.
Did she really? Oh no, we're gonna call her back. Yeah. Anyway, I'll keep talking in the meantime. So this was a point that we actually reviewed because it's super important and it's helped a lot in sleeping better as well. So there we go.
Yep. So we tried to get in touch with Sarah. Sorry. We didn't realize we talked away.
Yeah, I'd love to hear. Would love to hear input.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
How's the supermodel mom doing?
Oh, you guys, stop it.
It's true though. Oh my god.
You literally got me blushing. Thank you. How's the weekend? How is it going?
Yeah, it's going good actually. It's the weather's changing, the atmosphere is changing. It's really going good.
I'm very well rested after some time, so I'm feeling good, and that's why I wanted to talk about this topic, because we talk about it, and Sarah, especially, you do so many things at the same time throughout the day. You have your fixed routine probably during the weekday, and weekend is a different routine. So do you always get to rest enough?
It's actually scheduled as well. I feel like everything has to be scheduled. Like
Very good.
Schedule for everything. So we have like a time which is rest time or chilled out time where I get to read or sometimes get bored. I'm trying to teach the kids that it's important to get bored. We need to get
Oh,
bored.
yeah.
We
It's very
have
important.
to sit down and enjoy getting bored, because that's when you can think out of the box.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
True.
True.
I like it.
So what's your routine like on a weekday?
Oh, weekday routine is mad. Oh God, it starts at 5,
Oh my
where
God.
I need an hour, like I said, to get back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my daughter's talking to me.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's okay.
So I need an hour, sit down, have a cup of tea, get the girls ready, get their breakfast ready. We have a heavy breakfast all the time. That was something that's a back home style thing. That
Oh,
we
do you
have to
prepare
have.
then? Do you cook for it?
We have all different types of breakfast, to be honest, but I
Okay.
make sure that we have a proper breakfast. I
That's
grew
good.
up
Yeah.
like that, so I think that's what stayed with me. That
Yeah.
no matter what kind of lunch you're having, breakfast and dinner has to be a good one. So we have good breakfast, and then we all get ready, and we're off, like quickly running out. I'm studying, so I have to be out by say 8:15, and I have a secondary school child, so she has to be dropped off earlier. My husband and I take turns, so he drops off my secondary school child, which is a half an hour drive, and I drop off the other two. He goes to work, I go to my class, and when we come back, it's 3:30. Bang bang, come home, wash, dinner, read, take some time off to wind down, because our life is so hectic.
Yeah.
You can't just fall asleep, straight
No,
away.
no,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
Wow.
we have like a proper wind down time where we start with praying,
Nice.
and then we do meditation a little bit, even though the little one struggles with meditation, but she's getting better.
Oh, wow.
So we
Great.
do-
This is
yeah,
good. You're getting them into all these wellness practices. That's really good.
Yeah. I feel like some of the things that stayed with me is because I did it when I was young.
Makes
Wow.
It
sense.
never
Yeah.
leaves you.
Yeah.
True.
So if I can give that to them now, that would be the best thing.
Mm-hmm.
To meditate and then pray, do the diaries that Esther has told us.
Great.
Diaries, and then read. And then we've included something called talking as well. So
Oh, wow.
this is like a one-to-one time with each child.
Wow.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, I feel like it's hard to talk in front of siblings.
Yeah.
So I pick the days. It's not that like scheduled or anything, but I just pick whoever I'm going to spend time with before bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go and sit with them just before bedtime and just casually talk,
Yeah.
about any worries they might have, because my second child is going to secondary school next year, and I feel like she probably has a lot of anxiety, probably worries. So yeah, that talking is going really well. I would recommend that.
That's such
so
a beautiful
much.
idea. I love that.
And me too. It's very
Yeah,
cool.
it's so amazing.
Yeah.
I actually had that idea because I felt like, when is the time that I think about stuff, my worries and everything else, all the ideas, all the worries, everything comes before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And I thought that that might happen to them as well. So why don't I just, do that and see how it goes?
It's so amazing. People
It's
say
going
that they
really
do
well.
throughout the day or any time, but you have a schedule for that. And
Yeah.
literally, how it helps probably for yourself is a reminder. Okay, I have to do it before going to bed. And you
That's
pick
true.
someone, whoever you think, and you have your rationale behind it, and who would you talk to. So it's really amazing. And I think people can literally, I'm enjoying it. I should find some time, I should have some talk time with Esther before going to bed. Are you okay? Everything went
You
well.
do
We do
he
it
does
anyway.
every evening. It's actually fine, but it's really nice because actually, as you're talking about this, I actually remember that my mom actually did that with us on a regular basis. And for me, it was always when I came out of school, because that's where most of my worries was. For my brother, it was more when he'd been playing with his friends and all the stuff that would come up in that way. But we always all felt that we got more attention than the other, if I think back. But we actually all did the exact same way. And as a result, the three of us are also really close, which is really nice, because we don't have unexpressed resentments or anything between us either. So it's really nice.
Because we sat down in the evening last night. Esther brought some albums. She went to her parents.
Yeah.
So she came back with 2 albums full of pictures, and we sat down, and I was having dinner, and she showed me everything. So Esther, from the age of probably
4,
Oh,
5.
yeah, when she's
yeah.
born,
Yeah.
from that point,
Yeah.
up to her 30th birthday or something.
But we realized how many photos there's actually of me, my brother and sister just hanging out together, which is actually really nice.
And I was falling
That's
in
so
love,
lovely.
you know, once again. Every time I go through the pictures, I'm like, oh.
Oh my
my
god. I
God.
love old pictures.
Me
Absolutely.
too.
Love it.
Oh my God, me too.
We don't do these things anymore, right? Most of the pictures you take, it's on the phone or you
Yeah.
post, we forget about that.
Yeah.
But those
Yeah.
pictures, albums,
That's true.
remember, right? Black and white albums.
Albums are the best.
Yeah.
Me and my sister, we
Yeah.
were talking about this, and we were saying, oh, we need to do that. So we kind of decided that there should be some pictures that we print out and still carry
Yeah.
on with this album thing.
Yeah.
Because it's so nice.
Yeah.
It's just so lovely.
Absolutely. I do it in my
really is.
scrapbooks. I have a lot of scrapbooks that I do for all the things we do. And with that always comes a picture. And we also have a thing on our wall where we have, every time we do something or we go out and celebrate something
Yeah.
or we have an event, we do a selfie and they're all hanging next to each other on the wall.
Oh,
So
that's so nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
yeah, and they're great reminders also, you know, of all these
I know.
happy
With dates, by the way.
with dates and my little thoughts at the time. And oh my God, our house is like a walking scrapbook.
Date is so important. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's something my dad taught us. I remember he used to write down dates behind the photos. And
Yes.
he was like, why do you do that?
That's
You
right.
have to write the date. But
Yeah.
now I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah,
why,
me
because
too.
It means everything.
Yeah, it
When
does.
you look and you see the date, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna recommend something to moms because I know as moms we constantly worry when we have multiple children that are we giving them enough time?
Mm.
Are we there for them like in a similar way? Are we giving them equal attention? This talking at night, when they talk, when it's a one-to-one and they're opening up, it's a whole different level.
Interesting.
That's a different level I've never experienced before.
That's really
And
nice.
it's the best thing.
Do you
Good
feel
for
that
you.
they open up more, or I mean, what's the difference have you found?
The difference is they're really they open up more definitely because there's no sibling around. There's no they kind of, I felt like they were talking from deep within, like the worries or you know what they felt about the day, because they're not worried about what other people are thinking or what siblings are thinking or worried about who's there. It was just so lovely.
What's your
No,
conversation started? You don't have to give the exact specifications or what you say, but normally how do you start? Because a lot of insecurities are there. What happens at school,
That's true.
people can get bullied, a lot of things I get to hear. So how do you start
Yeah.
that? Because you have to be very careful with your questions, isn't it?
Exactly. So basically, I started off with my most introvert daughter, which is the second one, Maya. That day, I decided to speak to her because she had a meltdown during the day. But I totally ignored that because I knew why she was having the meltdown. It's because
Okay.
she had a little bit of a disagreement with the youngest. And she loves her so much that she doesn't want to complain. She would just sit, put a blanket over her head and sob and whine like
Oh
that.
God.
Yeah, and I
So
saw
sweet.
that, and I was like, okay. So I said, do you want me to speak to her, or you don't? She goes, no, it's not her fault. I don't want her to get in trouble. I said, well, it is her fault. Anyway, so when I was speaking to her, and I said, you know how you sit down, make a tent, or get a blanket and sit down? Why did you do that? And then she was like, you know, that makes me feel better. That gives me time to think and gives me time to sulk and cry
that's
and get my
adorable.
anger out instead of showing it to Jannah or instead of complaining.
Yeah.
I was just very, very impressed the fact that she recognized her anger issues or she recognized how she felt. And she could put it in words because we can't do that sometimes.
No,
Not a lot of
true.
people can do that to recognize how I behaved or what was going through and I could put it in words.
Yeah.
That was something amazing. And when I said, well, you slammed the door as well. And she said, it felt so good, Mama. When I was
Oh my
Oh,
God.
God.
Oh my God.
Very impressive.
That is so
Oh,
cool.
God.
conversation.
Yeah, I mean, even without realizing, you understand that, but she is saying things which is coming from deep within, as you said, but she doesn't know even what it means, to be
Yeah,
honest. But the
yeah.
thing is, it's a lesson for you as well.
Yeah. How
I mean,
funny.
how as humans,
How
we need
funny.
to sometimes let it out. I mean,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Crazy.
Oh, thank you.
That's really nice. I'm happy that you brought it up today because this is one of those priceless gems of information which, as we're not parents, we wouldn't necessarily know. And this is a really, really nice piece of information that to share.
And I love that how you start the conversation like, okay, why did you build that tent the other day? Do you remember? I mean, the starter is itself. I was thinking, oh my God, sorry, because she's younger. She's my cousin as well. So I have seen her younger. Saira, you probably won't remember. I don't know. When we were back in Bangladesh, I've seen you before you left the country. So I've seen her younger. Yeah, I have. I have both of you. No. Yeah, on weddings, I think. So I remember both you sisters. So I remember how she was, and now she's a mom and how she's doing it, very mature and talking to them. It's really amazing.
It's super cool. I think
that's lovely.
I have to say though, thinking of a 5-year-old with her deep troubles.
Yeah.
I think of the big troubles I had as a child, and they were like, my friend is not talking to me anymore, and she called me fat, and she. It's amazing how deeply troubled it makes you not want to go to school anymore. It makes you not want to do anything. It's really interesting.
Beautiful, Sarah. Congrats. I mean, I really love the idea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And definitely,
I hope I can help other people.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Lovely.
Okay.
Thank you for calling, Sarah. You too.
You have a lovely night.
You too. And have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. And I hope a stress-free weekday when it starts again tomorrow.
But she has her schedule in place. Which helps.
Oh, yes.
I actually love it.
That's good. That's really good.
You have nailed it. If you have a routine and everyone is with you on that routine, so I think it helps.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, that's very good.
Awesome.
Congrats.
Thank you, Saira.
Thank you.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, it's adorable.
Yeah, it's really good. So I think I'm going to implement that once every night. Esther, I'm going to have the conversation with you as well.
So when you were throwing knives and forks, what was upsetting you?
Oh my God. No, it never happens in this house.
We've never actually had anything like that. I've never
God.
slammed the door.
No.
We've never had an upset that escalated on any sort of,
Sarah is laughing. Or Sarah, in some cases, in some places, you should, because, okay, do you remember when you started throwing all the pots in the kitchen and broke some plates and threw some cutleries? What was happening? Just imagine, because it happens.
Oh, yeah,
it's a famous pattern of argument.
Yeah.
When people start throwing pots and which even flies out of the window as well.
No, I don't think we've ever thrown anything. We've thrown food at each other to try catch it. That's about it.
Oh, you and me?
Yeah, just once with a raisin.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was a game.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. So, thanks to Sarah, it's a very valid point. And see, even if one person, they come up with this gem of information and how helpful it is for others.
It's lovely.
So,
and what I love so much is that it grants the importance to every single one of her children. It doesn't treat them like they should just shut up and not, be involved or whatever. She puts them there as a member of the family with someone who has, in their own right, potentially an upset that she wants to just resolve. And
no, I mean, growing up, at some point when your existence had been validated, your self-worth, self-confidence.
Yeah.
Even though, and she's saying the daughter is introverted, so definitely they need that boost to know that, okay, no matter what, I'm like this, fine, but my existence, it has value too. I don't have to be like others to earn that love and that affection. I have my value and I'm looked after as well.
It's great.
This is very
it's
important.
amazing.
And they're lucky to have...
Go mum. They're very lucky to have you as a mum. Absolutely.
They have. It's amazing.
Super.
So good job, Sarah.
Nice.
So I see a lot of people, steady number of people who are watching constantly.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot for joining. I think, as I said, since we thought that there are times, and especially it's a lovely day. I don't know what's going to happen in summer. Everyone would be out probably during this time, and including us as well.
We'll do a survey and find out.
I feel, we have to do a survey. This is one of the important things I want to do.
Yeah.
So anyway, so lovely talking to you, and hopefully people, at least the conversation had made you realize certain things or, recalibrate some of your habits. And if it helps in any way, let us know. And if there's anything you want to talk about, let us know as well. And as Esther was saying, that she will start doing this book review. So if you have suggestions for any books that you want
We'd
to
love
be
to hear.
reviewed, or
Yeah.
some summary of the book, so it helps you to understand the main points from that book, you can let us know.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, please like, comment, share, and of course subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Knowing Who You Are.
Yeah.
And also there's Instagram as well. And join the live podcast every Sunday at 3 o'clock. So
At the
this is the new
moment.
time. At the moment,
At the
this is the
moment,
new
yeah.
time, and I hope we'll keep it.
Yeah.
It's going pretty well, and it's convenient for people all around the world.
Yeah.
Apart from people in Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah.
And we found that it's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
their time. But
Yeah.
but still, we had Brett Lemon last week.
Yeah, that was lovely. That was
the
really
guitarist
nice.
from my band.
Yeah.
So yeah, amazing.
Yeah, and we'll make sure that we cover each point, and anyone that also watches this for a future point, because this is going on YouTube and Facebook, so anyone that reaches for it in future times and finds us, thank you very much for watching us. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and we look forward to seeing you next week, Sunday, 3 o'clock.
Okay, signing off.
Bye for now.